All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday morning Text Blitz. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Dalmaso, and I'm actually down here in DC. We're networking down here. We got an event to go to for Onyx and Gall and his grand opening of the Learn Center. We also very fortunate to have a meeting with Kevin Harrington on another business. So I think Sunday. So we're down here working our VIV business too, right? Up at 8 o'clock, texting. There we go. So welcome. So the first thing I want to talk about before we get into the actual Text Blitz, something, we call it the power of asking, right? Now that may sound overly simple, but my business mentor teaches this, right? And Jenny and I have been really putting it into action as of late. And I want to tell you a little story. Matt Payne, a dear friend and brother of mine, recently had a very good experience with the power of asking. And if you think about this in relationship marketing, what are we doing, right? We're asking. That's what we do. We ask. Now, the more you understand this and sort of the universal laws that go behind this, the more you're going to be comfortable with it. Like nothing happens in this world without selling or asking, right? So we have to be comfortable asking people if they'd like to save a little money on their energy bill, or asking them if they'd be open-minded to looking at a business idea. You have to get really comfortable with that. And you don't want to ask, one person a week, right? That's not running a business. That's a slow, painful death, right? Oh, let me grab that phone. Hold on a second.
Where is he, in a hotel?
Yeah, he's down in DC.
Ah.
Sorry, guys, I had the room service call. Yeah, so the power of asking, right? I mean, that's what we do. And when I reached out to everybody this morning to jump on this webinar to train, obviously it's a Saturday morning, it's a commitment, but we all bought into this business. You all have your own businesses, right? We all do, and people on our team do too. So I want you guys, that have team members, just to really recognize if people, if they can't spend an hour on a Saturday in their business or something, they're not going to make it. Right? They're not going to make it in any business. It's not network marketing. It's not VIV. It's not your fault. They got to look in the mirror on that one. So, but I don't want you to get tied up in it. When you sponsor somebody, of course we want them to be successful, right? But I don't want you to get emotionally involved in somebody else's success if they're not willing to do just some basic core things, right? If they can't spend 4 or 5 hours a week in their business, they're definitely not going to make it. Try and open up a restaurant and spend 4 hours a week in it, right? So the big thing, guys, don't get caught up in it. We just keep showing new people. We want to run with people that want to change their lives, and change other people's lives. But the power of asking, getting back to Matt Payne's story, Matt's got a colleague, a friend of his that he grew up with that was on his chicken list. And if you don't know what a chicken list is, those are the people that we look at the phone and we're like, oh, man. That person, they're already that's a doctor. That's a lawyer. They're not going to see this business. We start to paint this picture of all the ways it's not going to work, not knowing that being a doctor or a lawyer is no picnic. Every single doctor and lawyer that I know personally, colleagues, tell me that it's not at all what they thought it was to be in that position when they started in school. It was very dramatized and glamorized, right? So I have a lot of doctors and lawyers that I work with in businesses, and we just need to get the confidence to present it properly. Right, we're not marketing pills and potions and lotions and oils here. This is energy, water, security, right? Home security. These are standard, solid products that we have. We are set out amongst all other companies, in my opinion, because we have legitimate, real products that everybody uses. They're already using them. Everybody's flocking to the fraud protection and the credit card theft protection. Everybody drinks water, right? How many people here are a human being that drinks water? You know what I mean? Same thing with energy, right? So guys, you really got to know what you have. And then with the category disrupting model we have, that's all I'm saying. So listen, when I'm talking about the business, I want to run a business idea by you. It's a similar technology to Uber. Now, if I said that to anybody on this meeting, what would you say? Like, I shut up after that. I want to run something by you. I found something that's a similar technology to Uber. Like, if that doesn't pique their interest, you're talking to a stump or a rock. You're talking to somebody that's dead, right? So, we have all the tools. We have the right company, brand new startup company, very exciting. But we got to ask, right? Now, Matt had the presence of mind. He got out of his comfort zone. I know it was a chicken listing. I know it was not an easy call, but he called somebody about 2 weeks ago. This gentleman owns over 300 properties in 8 states. He owns half of Framingham. Very, very successful businessman at the highest levels, And obviously that, Matt was nervous because, we got this little $200 startup, right? And he was nervous because the friendship, right? We tend to get nervous about stuff like that. But Matt got out of his comfort zone. He piqued a little curiosity. Next thing you know, me and Matt and Joe Loud from the solar division are sitting in front of a board of people, and we're talking about, 600 energy bills, right? And all I did, I popped up my laptop. I showed him a couple things about autopilot. The guy literally sold himself. He's like, do you guys realize how much time we spend internally shopping for energy, using brokers, finding new every year? He says it takes us weeks to pull these bills together. There's over 600 of them. And then we get a broker, and then they come with a rate, and by the time we can make a decision, the rates change. He literally sold himself, guys. So understand point number 2 here. We are not a third-party energy company. We are the answer to this massive problem that's been created in third-party energy. But we got to ask, So it starts with what we're doing here. That's what we're doing, right? Text splits. We're asking people, listen, I have a business idea I want to run by you. Love to grab a coffee. It may or may not be for you. But let's catch up. I'd love to see what you've been up to. You got to ask, right? And then when you show somebody, you got to ask, do you see this? You want to run together? Are you up for doing this together? Is the exact phrase that I use for every single sales close in all of my businesses. Are you up for doing this together? Right? That implies that we're doing this together. And anybody that knows myself, Matt, Kenny, Jeff Gardner, Eric Reed, we're in this together, right? That's not lip service. Now, guys, when it comes to the customers, which we're going to blitz on today, we'll teach you a little bit of texting there, a little bit of language. But the last thing I want to say before we get into that is, we have the Sunday night straight talk, right? But it's all about being straight with our team and being straight with ourselves. If you signed up for this business, right? I asked the gentleman this morning who's not on the webinar. So obviously that means he didn't plan on, right? He didn't schedule his week. He's not running a business. He's not scheduling points in his week. And I just asked him, I said, how many people did you reach out to this week? And he had to think, so I know he's making up a number, right? He said, I don't know, that's probably like 8 or 10. And I'm like, no appointments? He's like, right? He's saying all the wrong things. So he's not showing up for trainings. He's not reaching out. He's not doing anything that's in his business. Now, 6 months from now, he's probably going to say, well, that didn't work, right? So, guys, we got to, number one, we got to be straight with ourselves. And everybody here, we're straight with ourselves. We're showing up. We're doing the work. But it's more about pushing this message out to your team, so that they get the training, so that they can be successful in their business. The last thing I want is to have a bunch of people that are not successful in their business, So it starts with being straight with ourselves. Ask yourselves this week. And everybody here, guys, you guys are all doing the work. It's more about people that aren't here. But you might want to review, what did I do this week? How many customers did I sign? And in this business, there should never be a week that we don't sign a customer. Like that's what we do. So if that answer is 0, then you do need to look in the mirror and say, I'm not running my business, and own it, right? And then next week, don't do that. Don't let that happen. So every single week, every single one of us, there's no excuses not to get customers. Now, new business partners, obviously that takes more to it. You gotta show people. You gotta share your vision. So I'm not expecting everybody to sign new consultants every week, even though myself, Matt, and Kenny, we put that on ourselves. We're each going to, at least bare minimum, sign one last week. And we had an internal meeting with ourselves because we failed to do that last week collectively. So we're holding ourselves accountable, and I suggest you guys do the same if you want to, again, when I say who wants to be a silver partner, who wants to be executive, everybody raise their hand, right? But you got to align the actions with the goal. We all do. I do, right? I'm calling myself out too. This is not about me yelling at you guys. But if we really want to be partners and executive partners and have that life-changing income and lead and teach and train other people, then every single day we got to ask these questions. So that's my rant for today, guys. What I want to do is I want to shift gears this week. Instead of blitzing for new associates, because you guys have been doing that and we know how to do that. We want to do a text list for customers. So what I want you guys to do, all of us, I'm going to do the same thing, is open up your lists in your phones, and I want to blitz for at least 30 texts, 30 people, because some are going to answer, some are not. Good, Matt.
I just want everybody to know that once you get some of these people off your list, the chicken list, everybody else, every other customer, every single person that I'm going to approach from here on out is so easy in my mind because I knocked out the big one. So there is not one person in my Rolodex that has that's got any kind of power over me that is going to make me think twice about asking them. Because in my mind, my biggest customer is going with us. Why wouldn't everybody else? That's my attitude now. So it did take me knocking that out of the way to feel bulletproof. And I've already set up all my all day long. All I'm doing is getting customers today, all day long. So, and I feel like this is a no-brainer. And if you don't feel that way, it's because two reasons. Number one, you haven't done the process yet. Number two, you might not be comfortable with the process like I wasn't. Okay, this is new for us. And number three, you're just simply not doing it. So it's once you break that habit, and once you start learning how to do it, once you see it done one time, it's amazing. And it's just, it feels good, and you really feel like you can go out and conquer the world. So flip the switch. Today's customer.
Yeah, that's a great point. I did the same thing 4 years ago. I think I was 1 month in the business, and I decided to do the same thing Matt did. I literally went to the hardest person in my entire list. I went to somebody that literally hated me and wanted to kill me, literally. But I said, you know what? What's the worst you can say? What's the worst going to happen? And I ended up having a conversation. We ended up actually mending ties, and the guy came into my business, right? So guys, when it comes to the consultants, look at your list, find the hardest possible one, the one you're most afraid of. It probably might be your father-in-law or your boss. I mean, you don't want a conflict of interest, an old boss, somebody that you're petrified, and get it out of the way. It's such a freeing thing. And then there's nobody that you're afraid to talk to, right? And like Matt's on fire. That guy's just the tip of the sword with that company that we sat with. They already gave us about $60,000 in bills, just as a little bit of a phase one to get some estimates on. And think about it, it's the power of asking, right? If Matt didn't ask, no $60,000 in bills. Not to mention about 150 properties in solar. I mean, when that all shakes out, I don't know how much income that's going to be. 10, 20,000 a month residual for us? I have no idea. It's going to take a whole year to shake out. And Matt, but if Matt didn't ask, nothing happened. So let's open up our list, guys. And again, this is where you got to hold yourselves accountable. I'm not there with you. We want to text between 30 and 50 people for customers, right? Now, what you're trying to do is get at least 5 appointments next week. So once you're up to 5 appointments, you can stop texting. I don't want you to, to get 30 appointments. You won't be able to do it. But the whole point is to text until you have at least 5 appointments next week. All right? Now, on the customer side of it, guys, what I usually say to people is, especially, it depends if they're close, but if they're close, I might say to Eric, hey, Eric, what's happening, man? I say, listen, I have a new business, and I'm reaching out to friends looking for a little help. Right? The key here, and Kenny Clutie is a master at this. Actually, Kenny just says that, hey, brother, what's happening? I need some help. I think that's the end of the text. Is that right, Kenny?
It's pretty damn close, but yeah, for the most part, yes. And everybody's like, what do you need? When do you want to meet up? Keep it.
So try that, guys. Try that with a close friend, or even somebody you haven't seen. Or hey, how you doing? Listen, I'm looking for some help. Try sending just that text, because you're not trying to sell them, right? We are not closing people, selling people, telling them all about it on a text. We're trying to text to pique curiosity, to sit with somebody like a human being, right? And customers, guys, I do most of them I'm in face or over Zoom, right? And it takes a little bit of time. That's okay. So try that one with some of the people you're close with. Hey, Matt, how you been, man? Listen, I need some help. And then when they come back to you, it's hard not to answer that, by the way. Yeah, what's up? What can I do? I'm reaching out to some friends looking for some help with a new business. I'd like to run it by you and get your opinion on it. Love to grab a coffee and catch up, something like that. So, yeah, Robert Belinsky says, "Eat That Frog," guys. If you haven't read that book, "Eat the Frog" by Who the heck is that by? I just read it myself again. Oh, yeah, Brian Tracy. Great book. Talks about doing that. Do the hard thing. Do the hard thing first every day. So, guys, that works. We've whittled this down. I'm reaching out to friends looking for a little help. I'm reaching out to family, right? This is the customer side of this is really friends and family. I don't do a lot of cold calling for customers unless it would be commercial. So this should be really your immediate circle, and just reach out to them. So now, if any of you have a question on what to say to somebody, feel free to unmute yourself, and we'll help you craft something. And if there's anybody that's in a different state where we're not going live yet, then I would text Blitz. I would continue to text Blitz for associates, new consultants, until you're a little bit closer to going live. All right, guys. So the commitment is 30 texts, at least 30 texts. We get another 40 minutes on this thing because we usually do it for an hour, and I'm going to do the same thing. So if anybody's got any questions during this, feel free to unmute yourself and ask away. All right, guys.
Brian, we talk about the giveaway and the announcement for.
Yeah, why don't you do that, Lisa? Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay. So we'll do another giveaway. The person who texts the most people will win.
Let's do this. The person who books the most appointments.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. So 5-pack of books. And if you haven't read the book yet, Freakishly Effective Social Media Skills for Network Marketing, it's awesome. I know many people have. Sherry Noel started a really cool thing at the meeting at our launch this week. She took the book, she asked me to sign it, then she signed it, she's passing it around, and it's just going to kind of travel throughout the area. People are going to sign it, so I thought that was really neat. So we'll do a 5-pack of those, and then the big announcement that I posted about in VIV Success Network. And Brian, I didn't think about this for the business overview presentation, but Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, we have Ray Higdon coming live in our VIV Updates Facebook group, which is obviously huge. He's going to do about 45 minutes or so.
I should be able to patch that onto the webinar. Let me think about that. So what time is that?
At 8 o'clock. So, go ahead.
I think we should drive everybody to that.
He's going live. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, he's doing this for, he goes live in Teams Facebook groups from the people that are in Rank Makers. So he's taking his time. He's not getting anything for this. He's promoting himself, obviously, but really want to give that back and try to get as much traffic on there as we can. Mm-hmm. So if we can share that away, I know corporate's working on a shareable that they're going to get out today. They're creating an event on Facebook, and if we can just start sharing it with our teams, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, let's drive some traffic to that for sure.
If there's any questions, like any specific questions, I think most of you have my number. I'll put it in the chat. If you can text me, but you got to text me today. I'm sorry for the short notice, but if there's something that you're like, oh man, I'd love to hear him talk about X. I think we're going to have some time for a few questions. So I can't promise they'll all be touched, but if you want to get me a list, I'll see how much we can cover, okay?
Yeah, how long do you think that'll be for? Did he say how much time that is?
Probably, he's been doing I would say it's going to be about 45 minutes. If it's really good content, and which it's going to be, it's Ray, right? If there's a lot of energy, a lot of people, he might even give us an hour. I mean, I've seen him go over an hour in some of these. This is huge. This is so exciting. And this also, Brian, not related to VIV, right, necessarily, but this is the power of asking. This all came from us being persistent and getting him on the phone, and then it just kind of trailed from there, and just so definitely the power of asking is huge.
No, that's a good point, Lisa, because so Russ started asking, right? Now Ray Higdon has tens of thousands of people trying to command his attention at all times, right? But Russ was so persistent, and he kept asking and finally Ray had to give him some attention. Next thing you know, he's on the phone with Lisa. Next thing you know, they're being highlighted. Next thing you know, Lisa connects me with Ray. Next thing you know, I'm in Florida at the guy's house. Then we go to dinner, and the next thing you know, we're talking about my software company, and it looks like they might partner up with us. So it's all the power of asking, That's how far that goes. The ripple effect from asking, guys, is, and listen, we all signed up for this business. right? That's literally what we do. We ask people. So we all got to get used to it, right? All they can say is yes or no, and who cares? Literally, who cares? They see it, they don't see it. Either way is fine. I haven't had anybody say no to being a customer yet, by the way. I have a 100% success ratio of showing them, right? If they start to go off, there's this third party, it's like, you know what? I know exactly what you mean. I mentally get on the same side of the table. It says our product is fixing that exact problem you're talking about. So, yeah, that's really good. So I wrote that down, Lisa, too. So we'll have to switch gears Tuesday and do that instead of our scheduled webinar.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I have a question for you, Brian, on the commercial. I know I asked Matt. I don't know that he's had a chance to find out. On the commercial side, is the referral program the same? Do you know? Do you know how for the residential?
I don't know, but I would say that it would be, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't see why it wouldn't. Hey guys, I'm putting in what I'm putting in the chat right now. That's a link to a customer video. So if you're sitting with somebody or you get on a Zoom with them, you can play this video. And let me see if I can screen share and pop it up. Just bear with me for a second. Yeah, let me do this. Let me screen share. Can you guys see this okay? All good, yeah?
Yep, all good.
Okay. All right, so this
so funny. I was just doing that.
This is not VIV, right? This is
Right.
utilized, but this is the product. This is the same product. This is what I'm using for now until we have an actual customer video. Right down here it says watch the video, so I'll play it. It's pretty short.
You could be saving hundreds on your electricity bills if you live in a state that allows you to choose your provider by shopping around for the best price. Unfortunately, the process of actually choosing a supplier is confusing, time-consuming, and boring. There are dozens of suppliers to choose from with fixed or variable rates, different contract lengths, enrollment and termination charges, usage limits, and lots of other fine print. Even after you find a great plan, you have to do it all over again when your contract expires. Everyone wants to save money, but who has the time to figure all this out? No wonder nearly half of eligible consumers haven't saved money by switching from their default suppliers. It's just too hard. Utilize fixes all this. We track the markets constantly and automatically switch you to the cheapest plans whenever they become available. There's never any interruption in service, no appointments, no hassle. It's the same electricity down the same wires on the same bill, just cheaper. And you don't have to do a thing except enjoy your savings and peace of mind that you're always on the best plan. Unlike our competition, we do not select plans based on fees or commission from the utility companies, ensuring you always get a great low rate with no hidden fees. Utilize. Save your energy. Sign up now at utilize.co.
So obviously, guys, that is not something you just send somebody, right? We're not just sending links out because they'll go and sign up with a different company. That's something you play while you're sitting with them and you have your VIV site open and you can enroll them. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up my site and show you guys how easy it is to sign a customer. Bear with me for a second. All right, guys, here we go. Can you see that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is we all have the website, that our own personal website. Now, this is so easy, right? Whether you're becoming a consultant or you're shopping from products, either way, it's all right here, right? Enroll now. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, what it does, let me actually go back because this must have refreshed. I just did a commercial one. It's going to let me clear the cache on this. Hold on a second, guys. I got it back to the main screen. Bear with me.
Brian, you can open an incognito window, and it will not follow anything that you had before.
Pop open the window. Yeah, I think I was in an old window.
Yeah, if you go to the three dots on the right side.
Yeah, let me start a new window here.
Yeah, start one incognito and then.
Bear with me. I got a slow signal here too, so. All right, can you guys see that now?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yes.
click on roll now. And what it does, right, you come to commercial or residential, right? And you can see all the other lifestyle products here too, right? So this is pretty straightforward. Whether you're doing a product or a consultant, it's all in this very simple checkout cart. They did such a great job. I can't say enough of how easy this is. Everybody's used to shopping online, and all you do is you pick your products. Now the thing here, guys, the only thing that we need to do for input is you need to look at the bill that they have, right? So if they're using 1,000 kilowatts a month, you need to times that by 12, and it's right there on the bill. Now, if you don't know, or if you screw this up, it's not the end of the world. If you click one and you send the bill in, they'll figure it out. But, you know, hopefully you can do some basic math and figure out which one of these four it is, right? 10,000 or 10,000 to 15,000. But we just select one of those. And any other, right, if we want to bundle, we can bundle some things, you know. It even talks about bundling, right? You proceed to checkout. You fill in your information, right? Here's the beautiful part. Uploading the bill. This is so easy, right? You take a text picture with your phone, and you can email it to yourself, whatever you want, but you literally drag and drop. So this is just like Microsoft Office. You drag the file, the JPEG or the picture, and you drop it right here, and it literally uploads their bill. Super simple. Fill out their credit card number, and you hit submit, and that's done. Now, if you're doing a commercial account, the only difference is it is going to ask for the EIN number. So make sure you're prepared for that. Make sure that you have their they have access to the EIN number on the business side. So make sense, guys? Pretty simple. Anybody any questions about entering customers? Go ahead, Bobby.
I wanted to ask a couple things about reaching out to people, not so much about customers. And you know my position, so it's definitely not about customers. So I just wanted to clarify, you know, because I want to make sure I'm hitting this right from the beginning. So when you're reaching out to your close friends, right, or your friend, you just say, hey, I'm reaching out to some close friends about a new business that I've recently started. Is that sort of what you're saying?
Yeah. So no.
Right. I'm reaching out to.
Yeah. What is your main position at work, Bobby? What would you say that you do at work?
I'm a project engineer.
Okay. So if you and I were buddies for a while and I hadn't seen you in a year or something, I'd literally say like this, hey, Bobby, what's up, brother? If I would say that in a text.
Yeah, I usually say that.
Right. And then I would put a space and I would say, listen, ... Right. So you want to talk very conversationally in the text. I would say, are you still in project engineering? ? If I hadn't seen you in a while, I'd ask, are you still a project manager?
All right. So are you still doing what you're doing?
So the key here, guys, now, obviously, if it's your best friend, you wouldn't say that because he's doing that, right?
Right, of course.
In this case, right, I might reach out to you if I hadn't seen you in a while. Are you still a project manager? I have a business idea I want to run by you. I use that all the time. That's all I use. I never say opportunity because it sounds scammy and subconsciously it's not a good word. I got a business idea right now. I just asked you if you're a project manager. So in your mind, when I say business idea, you're making a mental connection that I'm thinking about some skills that you have. That's the whole point. If you were in real estate, I would ask you, still in real estate? Listen, I have a business idea I want to run by you. Now it sounds like, okay, he wants to talk to me something that has to do with real estate. Right? And all we're trying to do is lower the walls here, guys, you know. Energy has a direct relation to real estate, right? Energy has a direct relation to project management, right? You guys use power there. I mean, so it's so easy to do. But when we're reaching out for the business, that's what I usually do. I relate it to what they do. I see on Facebook, you just sold your house. Listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. I see on Facebook you're still running your daycare. Listen, I have a business idea I want to run by you. See what I mean? It works really, really good. It's a lot of NLP there. Get you on the same side of the table. No matter what it is they're doing, you can say that and then say, listen, I have a business idea I'd like to run by you. Now, here's another phrase that I use a lot. If the people are skeptical, if they're just kind of a skeptical person, I would insert this phrase. I'm not sure if this would be a fit or not. I'm not sure if this would be a fit for you or not. Now that further lowers the wall. Okay, he's not trying to get me into something. He's running something by me. That's what's going on in their mind. But it's definitely worth checking out. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not, but it's definitely worth checking out.
Excuse me, one question.
Sure.
Yes. Did I hear right in saying that there's actually two processes if I want to sign up a residential compared to commercial?
Yeah, when you are signing up, there's a little tab. You click on it, residential, commercial. It's either or. Right? And all it does is it changes the products that we have. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's the same exact page and everything. Just
same exact thing. You have to choose one or the other anyway. So it's not a different process. It's just
all right.
So guys, listen. Get in your back office too and play around with it. I wouldn't sit down with a customer for the first time and like, oh, I'm just opening up my back office. You'll fall on your face. Get in your back offices. Check out the videos. You guys should know every single tab in your back office. All the video, everything, right? We should get very, very familiar. You should know how to pull it up very quickly, go right to it. I usually show people how to make an instant link. You guys notice when I hit Google, VIV came up. Google didn't come up. My home page came up, right? When I'm sitting with a customer, I don't want to be messing around looking for, website pages and stuff, So little things like that. But Bobby, getting back to what you were saying, the next part of that phrase, right? Not sure if it'd be a fit or not, but it's definitely worth checking out. Would you have time one night this week or over the weekend? We could grab a coffee. So you want to make it over the next 7 days, right? Based on your schedule, based on their schedule. If they work days, then you're going to say something like that. Would you have time one night this week or over the weekend? I could run it by you. If they work nights or if you know that they're off at lunch or they can get breakfast, same thing, right? So you're using your time and theirs. Now, if you only have time on Wednesday and Friday, you can ask them, would you have time Wednesday night or Friday night or over the weekend? So but in the next 7 days, unless somebody's on vacation, they have some time in the next 7 days. You don't want to leave it open-ended, right? You just go back and forth on text. So that's that part. And then the bottom, it's like, I'd really love to catch up and see what you've been up to. There's the human being factor again, right? We're trying to be human beings. Love to grab a beer. Like, you make it fun, I can't tell you how many deals I've closed over having a beer. So that's the flow that seems to work for me. It's been really good. Now on the customer side of it, guys, same thing. Hey Bobby, what's up, man? Listen, I have a new business. I'm looking for a little help. Can I drop by one night this week or over the weekend? 15 minutes just to show you what's up. That's it. Right? We're trying to drop by, and then again, you're not trying to sell them a text. Hit the send button. Let them respond. So guys, as we're doing this, try that one. When you talk to somebody, reach out to some friends or I'm reaching out to family. I'm looking for some help with a business. Can I stop by one night this week over the weekend or today, right? If it's Saturday and it's local, it'd be okay if I stop by today or tomorrow for 15 minutes. Make sure you get the 15 minutes in there. Nobody's got time to sit for 2 hours, but if it's 15 minutes, they got that. All right. Now, guys, when you book an appointment and you're sitting with these people, play that little video I gave you, right? We want to shut our mouths, play the video. Let the video, it's 3 minutes. It says everything. right? And then if they have questions, that's when you can answer their questions. But there's two reasons for that. When you're sitting with that person, there's a very good chance they could become a business partner. If what you do is simple, if you show a video, it makes sense, they sign up, they can do that. Subconscious is like, is this what you're doing? It's like, yeah, this is how I make money. It's a side gig, you know, pays me residual income. So just if you complicate it and vomit all over them and explain this for an hour and a half, they might become a customer, but they damn well sure won't be a business partner. So make sure we're using the tools, right? And I got another one here too. Let me grab this one. I hear this one's been working out really well. Let's see. Well, this is one that Jenna did. She said it's 7 minutes, and we can watch it together. It's a customer video. So let me pop it up. Hold on, guys. Let's check this one out together.
About an innovative company just about to launch, poised to disrupt a couple of industries nationwide. So you were invited to take a look at this by somebody who believes that they can provide some value to you from our products and services. And I'm confident that within the next couple of minutes, I'll show you how these can make your life better. Speaking of life better, that is actually our tagline, because at our core, we do not believe in selling you things you don't need, quite the opposite. We simplify and help you save on the things you're already doing. Now, isn't that refreshing? So one thing we always ask ourselves when it comes to providing value, does the customer save money, or is their life simplified by our products and services? We believe that everything that we offer to date and everything we'll offer in the future will fall into one of those categories. And here's just a couple areas we believe that we can help you out. We're going to start with energy. Everybody uses it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But really, how often do you ask yourself where your energy comes from? If you're paying too much, you know, usually we only think about it if the power goes out or when we're paying that huge bill that we don't even know how we got that big. But did you know that in about 14 states in the United States, that you actually have a choice of where your energy comes from? That's been around for about 20 years, but less than 30% of people have made that choice out of 50 million homes and businesses. This is just a quick example of an electric bill. This is a Connecticut bill. Right here, you can see every bill has a supply service and a delivery service. Deregulation split up those two processes. The utility will still deliver it. They will maintain your lines. They will continue to service you. And only the supply changes if you take part in deregulation. The name of your supplier will be listed here, and the name of the supplier will be listed here. If you stay with the utility, you will continue to stay on standard service. The beautiful part about deregulation is it allows you a choice, similar to telecommunications, where you can have, you know, your same phone and choose a bunch of different carriers. So why aren't more people taking advantage of deregulation? A lot don't know. Sometimes it's uncertain whether a price that a supplier is offering is good. A lot of times people don't trust the process. Maybe they've been baithed and switched into a good rate that looks good and then isn't. And a lot of times switching is a hassle and people do not have time for this. So at VIV, we want to make this simpler and turn this challenge into an opportunity. So we created a product called Autopilot, which is a technology that manages that whole process of deregulation for you, takes the hassle out of it, managing your energy choice while still providing you the value. So our technology monitors the market in your area based on your zip code. It focuses and researches all the plans to make sure you're saving. We select and enroll the right product for you. When it's time to renew or switch, we do that for you. And when you're with us, you're a more responsible choice by being 50% renewable. We also provide full transparency and keep you updated every step of the way through a customer login that you can log in and see everything about your account. Now,
all right, guys, you get the idea. I sent the link to you. If that's something, you know, she goes through a couple of the products there. So again, we have videos that explain this stuff on that side of it. And you also have, if any of you are doing large commercial accounts, get a hold of myself, Matt Payne, Kenny Cludia, Jeff Gardner. There's a whole team of us. We'll go with you on those accounts. All you got to do is pique some interest. Because when it comes to commercial, most companies are using brokers. So you could go to that person and say, listen, we have I have access to a a software that actually gets rid of the broker. Right? If you're paying a lot for your energy, if you guys use a lot of energy, would it be okay if we took a few minutes? I could show you how to bypass the broker and save a few bucks, guaranteed to, be lower than utility. And then get one of us to get your business partner to do the presentation with you. I've done a few of these. They go really well. Like I said, the last one resulted in about $60,000 in bills. So if you guys are a little nervous on commercial, just pique interest and get one of us involved, all right? So who's got, now doing a customer text blitz, this should be pretty quick. Who's got more than 10 texts? Anybody? Sweet. Anybody go over 20?
Brian, I have a question about the commercial.
Sure.
These commercials that you did is like going like a cold prospecting to commercial places, or because they have a relationship already with that?
No, Matt Payne had a long-term relationship with a guy that he was afraid to approach for a long time as his chicken list. And he finally opened up his mouth and hey, Matt, what did, I think he's on an appointment. What did you say to Vios? What was the first, how'd you pique his interest?
Truthfully, I started with the solar. I said, hey, Vios, I know you have all these brand new buildings with roofs on it. And for 2 years now, I said, the sun has continued to come out. I said, every day the sun's shining, you're losing money, And, but I finally found his paint, like his purpose. I understood his whole entire purpose. So I said, wouldn't it be nice to contribute? And if we could help you save some extra money, make some extra money, and you could use that to be able to fix up the next building, you know what I mean? Just to further your project. So I really was just speaking to what he wanted to do with the money, is just helping other people. And so I said, so it wasn't a money issue for him. He makes a lot of money,
Yeah.
But it was, I said, we could help more people. So I started with the solar, and that's how we got in there.
Yeah, if you were cold prospecting, Maria, I would really hit the pain point of dealing with brokers. And you can say, listen, I'm not sure if this would be a fit or not, but we have a service that removes the broker and automatically shops for you.
Okay.
It's a software similar to Uber. That's what I would compare it to, because that's what it is. It's a category disrupting software, but I would go for that. We have something that, here's the other thing, it frees up their time. So you want to talk about stuff. So if you're hitting somebody dead cold, you got to pique their interest real quick. And if I could show you how to remove the broker and save a lot of money, would you give me 5 minutes? That's probably the line I would use. If I could show you how to avoid using a broker and save you a lot of money, would you give me 5 minutes?
Okay.
I don't know how somebody could say no to that in business. That's their job, is to cut costs. I think that would work really well.
Awesome.
Brian, that slide that you had up with all those pain points there.
Yep. Want me to pull it up?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah, let me try and find it. Bear with me for a second. I'm on a different computer, but let me see.
Hey, Brian, while you're pulling that up, can I just mention one thing?
Sure.
I had a question about, like, if you put a customer in and they're all set, but they want to refer people, they can't do that yet because they don't have, like, a site. So Daniel had posted on Facebook of what to do. He said, please have the new customer enroll under your personal website so they are linked to you first. After that is complete, send us an email advising under which customer they should be moved under as a referral. We will be able to make the required changes and place everyone correctly so the customer receives the free month once we go live.
Oh, okay. So you enter them as a customer and send an email?
Yeah, so they said enter them as a personal customer first so you get credit, and then send an email to support@justviv.com and let them know who that's a referral of. Okay. And once we go live, they'll make sure they put them under them as a referral so that person gets the free month of the software.
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. That makes sense to everybody? Anybody have a question on that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That'll be a short period of time, though, because after the as soon as we go live and people start getting their bills, they're gonna have a link at the bottom every month. They're gonna get emailed. They're gonna have a link to refer it. So I've been leaving every single customer with when you get your first statement, or when they send you the first email, it's gonna have a referral link. Send it out 12 times, and you never pay for this service ever, for the year. You know what I mean?
Right. I have a customer today that's a referral from her sister.
Mhm.
So I don't want to wait to put her in.
No, definitely not.
So I'm going to put her in and then just send the email. But that was just, if you have people that you're already meeting with that are referrals, just like you said, Matt, it's just until you go live. But I thought that was pretty helpful for the time being,
That's great.
That's really good. Thank you so much.
Great information.
The other thing, guys, I've been not so much you guys, because you probably all did this, but we want to reach out to our teams, right, and help them sign themselves up as a customer. Most of us did a paper application. So if you guys haven't signed yourselves up as your own customer, this is talking to you too, but it's more about people in your team. We need to get on the phones with people and show them how to become a customer. So for all of us that signed up on a paper app, there was a survey that came out. You got to check your emails, right? We have to be, they're sending a lot of good information. We stay on our emails, and you just fill out the survey. It's like, yes, I want autopilot. I want conceal. I want whatever you want for a bundle. And guys, I'm highly recommending that you get a bundle, because you can't sell something you have no idea what it does. Very, very hard to sell somebody Credit Watch and you don't even have it yourself, right? And it's hard to sell a bundle if you don't have a bundle yourself. So I did 5 products, and I'm using them all. I didn't just pick 5 products, right? Autopilot, when the water comes out, I mean, that's a no-brainer for me, right? And I did the Credit Watch, the Conceal, and I use a company right now called Carbonite, which is cloud backup for my businesses, right? We have Cloud Cache. That's what that is. If you don't know what Cloud Cache is, it's remote cloud backup storage for business people. Right? It doesn't matter if I have 3 backup drives physically, but if my house burns down, screwed. Right? Offsite backup is a big, big category. And I hear the Metacall. So the Metacall is not something I'm going to personally use. My daughter's 21. My parents are not, you know what I mean? I don't go to the doctor at all. But most of the planet does. Most people have monthly prescriptions, this, that, the other thing, little babies, little kids. If you have a little one, I would highly recommend you try that service, right? And the next time your kid has an earache and you can just get on a Zoom, you don't have to take the day off of work, like, there's your story. If you have elderly parents that are, a lot of medications, stuff like that. But the point is, guys, become a product of the product. It's almost impossible to sell something you don't use. If you haven't done it, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the webinar today where I said to look yourself in the mirror and be straight with yourself. You're running a business. So, right? If we can't follow emails, take directions, become our own clients, and then market this stuff, quite honestly, guys, you won't be successful in any business. Not to cut too hard, but so if you haven't signed up by now, you got to ask, you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself what's going on. So that's what I did. Oh, good.
I just wanted to share an experience I just had. So just in the last 5 minutes, I sent something to a customer, a potential customer. Sherry signed up, and I already got the email confirming that she's a customer. And I asked her how the process was, and she said it was very simple.
Awesome.
And what I did was, so she is one of my friends, like a client at work, and I had talked to her in the past about the previous business, and she never ended up getting in as a customer. So all I did was send her a text this morning. I'm like, hey, Laura, remember how I said I was going to help you with your utility bill? And she's like, yeah. And I said, here, check this out. And I sent her the video. I said, it's only like 2 minutes long. And she wrote back, sign me up. So I sent her my link, and I said, just go on, click on the products, and then autopilot. And it explains a lot about it right there. And then you can pre-enroll. And she did it and texted me back. And she's like, that was so simple.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, Kenny, what do you keep showing me up there? You're signing up customers? What's going on?
No, that's Jen's customer. She just sent it to me, so she's on her phone. So I'm just showing you what.
Okay, I got you.
I already got an auto response from the company.
Yeah. So the good thing there, so just so you guys, I want to kind of break that down. So Jen had already created Curiosity before. This particular person already had Jen had already kind of talked to her before about helping her out with her bill, stuff like that. A lot of times, like I said, if this is the first time you've talked to somebody, we just send them a link. It may work, But you're gonna have a lot higher success if we're sitting with people. You know what I mean? And showing them whatever, or at least a Zoom meeting, right? I've done this. I've done a Zoom meeting. I show them the video, and then they text me their bill, and then I sign them up. So I actually I walk them right through, like, answer their questions. So, but it's so super simple, right? Simple sign up. So I appreciate you sharing that, Jen.
Brian, tell me, you've talked about this before, but realtors, tell me what you say to a realtor.
It wouldn't be any different. I'd be like, if you were a realtor, I'd say, hey, Lisa, what's happening? They still, how's the real estate market?
Yeah.
Listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. Let's grab a coffee. So I don't see anything different to a realtor other than I relate it to them being a realtor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's exactly what I would say to somebody, that was a realtor.
Russ called our dentist. That's who I was talking to a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah? Perfect. He uses energy.
Fast.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like it's a good business model. Sure is.
Nice. And here's the thing, guys. Let's say you have a dentist, right, and you're a little bit scared to approach them with the business. Approach them as a customer first.
That's what we did, was the customer piece.
Perfect, right? The perfect way to approach somebody is showing them how to save money on their energy bill. After they become a customer, they can certainly become a business partner, right? Especially when they see how easy it is. So if it was a dentist and they just became a customer, I might say, geez, I didn't think about you because you have your own business here, but are you interested in residual income? And they're either going to be, they may not know what that is, number one. How'd you like to make money when you're sleeping, So being a customer is a very good escalation to becoming a business partner, especially when they see how easy it is,
Brian?
Yep.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
How do we directly get into our back offices?
How do you get in your back office?
Yes, I'm not sure. I don't know how.
You got a bunch of emails from them. You have your own link. But let's do this. What is your,
it's just my name, just VIV.
I think we cannot sign up to the back office yet until the 14th.
No, you can totally get in your back office. And guys, this is what I mean about reading your emails too. This has all been come out to the emails. Alan, what's your website? Is it Alan Hines or Alan or what?
Alan Hines.
A-L-L-E-N or A-L-A-N?
E-N.
2 L's?
Yes.
We can get onto our website, Brian, but not back office.
No, that's what I meant. You can sign customers, though. You can sign associates, yeah.
So you're saying we cannot get into our back office?
You cannot get in your back office, but all we're doing now is signing associates and signing customers, right?
Okay. All right. I misunderstood you. I thought you said that you could get into your back office now.
Oh, no, my apologies. No, but we don't need to. Who cares, right? We're signing associates and customers. We can 100% run this business right now.
Correct.
Yep. Okay,
I just sent the link for those who pre-enroll on the paper application. It's on the chat side.
Oh, perfect.
SurveyMonkey. So there is a link for everybody to sign up if they didn't sign up yet. And I have a question, Brian. I have a friend that when I met her over a networking events, and she reached out to me and said, this was yesterday because she posted something about renewable energy and I like her comment. And then she sent me a message, said, hello, Maria. I'm interested in learning more about green energy and would love to hear more about your work over the time. Are you open to a conversation? So I was writing to her, but I want to make sure that I said the right things. And I said, hi, Tricia. I would love to share about the green energy and have my business partner as well. They have been in the industry longer than me. Can we do a 3-way call or a Zoom meeting? Let me know what is your availability next week to schedule it. Talk to you soon and have a great weekend.
One thing I would cut that way down. I wouldn't even throw the business part in yet, right? Again, so what we want to do is on a text, we're piquing curiosity. You can always mention the business partner later. I would just really cut to the chase. I'd love to get together. Can we meet one night this week or over the weekend? That's it. When she says yes and you have an appointment, then I would say, great, listen, I would really love to have a business partner on the Zoom or at the meeting that can help explain this a little better. So get the appointment first. That makes sense?
Okay.
The reason I say that is because you introducing the business partner this early might freak her out.
Okay.
Right? She said she wanted to learn about green energy. and now we're introducing the business partner, I think, too soon. Does that make sense? All you got to, if she's asking for the appointment, so just say, I'd love to get together, you know, what night this week or over the weekend works for you? I'd love to grab a coffee or Zoom, whatever you want to do there. But I wouldn't introduce the business partner until you have the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian, you know, in conjunction with that, would you approach her as, like, to me, she was interested in the energy part. So wouldn't you show her maybe the customer side of the energy first?
I would show her the customer side.
Right.
100%. I would show her how easy it is to be a customer, what we're doing for the planet, right?
The benefits, the 50% green energy first, before she sees any other products or services that we offer.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a consulting, agile leadership and coaching angel investor. So she knows all business and networking and all that stuff. She's very, very. So that's what I was throwing the business partner there, because she would say, okay, if somebody has more experience there, so she would love to learn more from them probably.
Cool. Hey, Kenny, I see you guys. Do you have does anybody have a link to the 14 states, like a link they could share of the places where we have energy? Is that a website link?
I don't have a website link. I just have a picture, like from our back office type of thing on my phone, you know? And I can't put a picture in the chat.
Brian, you can also just go ahead and go on and just, I'm sorry, just ask for it online. It'll come right up.
Where is it on the website, guys? Can you hold on a second? Let me switch gears.
Let me.
Where is it under here? Can you guys see this?
Here, if you go under autopilot, or go to products and then go to autopilot and scroll down, I believe you'll see the map. The only thing with that, it doesn't show phase 3. I don't believe. Yeah, right here.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't show phase. So
Yeah, so I have that slide that Rob McFadden had in one of the PowerPoints. I can find that and share that, Brian. I don't know if we have it anywhere else besides on that slide. Like, it has the 3 markets broken down.
yeah, Lisa, if you could make sure to get me that slide too, so I can start to put it in things.
Yeah, and yeah.
I'll just put it in, most of it.
Yeah, cool.
On Saturday when we had Robert here, he said that they will update the slides, so probably they're updated already in the pre-launch side.
Brian, I'll text it to you, okay? And then you can do what you wish with it.
Anybody got anything else?
One thing I would do, Brian, when I booked a few appointments today already, but when I go to a customer and I share, that's all I ever did before, right? I played a 1.5-minute video and I shut up and I got 100 and whatever customers, right? I took a copy of my bill with me to show them the back of the bill. And it will show them, this is all that changes, this wording right here, this company right here, and that's all that will ever change. You're still getting the same, you know, energy, the same service. And I said, the only thing now is that the name on the back is going to change every now and then to a better service, you know, to a better rate for yourself. So you're not going to get 2 bills, 3 bills in the mail. So it's the beauty of just showing them that piece of paper and flipping it around. So just to easily explain it to them. And then they'll, you know, if anybody has it already, a third-party supplier, it'll obviously have a different name. And if you don't, just show them that, you know, whoever your current utility is, that name will change from them to a new company.
No, I love that, Kenny. And yeah, why don't you take a minute just to explain to these guys. Kenny got, I think, 45 customers in a month or something. He ended up getting over 150 customers in general. But why don't you explain to them your mindset and how you approach people about getting customers?
Well, the biggest thing was when I reach out to these people and I'd ask for help. Hey, listen, I'd love to share something with you. I'm really looking for some help, some feedback. And I left it at that. And I know a few people have texted me earlier about, well, they came back with this, they came back with that. Just listen, I really need some help and I'd rather get together with you to explain it. I'd share that video. But when I was going there, my biggest mindset was I was going there to help them, to provide something for them. It was a huge impact to the planet, because they're already habitually paying for something, and it may or may not be for them, but I wanted to share this with them, that we were offering them a better, cleaner, greener, energy. It was a bigger impact on the planet. It was going to help save them a lot of money. Not a lot of money. I mean, it's not crazy money, but it's savings and something you're already habitually doing. But the impact it was going to help others. And when I took the time to go sit with them and not just, yes, you can share the link with maybe your best friend or somebody you know very well. But the reason I got so many customers is I went and took the time to sit with them and share this vision and my story with them of why I was doing this, why more importantly I wanted to help them. And in return, what happened is 50% of the customers I got helped me get more customers. I had one person get 20 customers for me, and I asked them to do the business and they wanted nothing to do with it, but they loved helping me because I was passionate about. They even put a meeting on at their home for customers and had me come do the customer thing. It was kind of crazy, but it's because I took the time out of my day to share it with them and just be open and honest with them and just let them know, you're there for them. You're not just some guy that's knocking on their door or calling them on the phone. Hey, we want to, switch your supply, save you some money, and then they will, in return, the trust and honesty that they feel from you. It's not what they're saying or it's not what you're saying or what they're seeing, but and I know, and a lot of people on this webinar know, they feel the vibration you're in when you're walking through that door. Your shoulders are back, you're up, you're smiling, you're happy. They're like, wow, I don't even know what's going on, but I want it. They don't know what they want, but just being that person of attracting the energy that you're putting out there, it will definitely help you in growing a massive, successful business. And, getting on these webinars, you have to get on these. Look at Jen. I know a lot of people booked a lot of appointments today. Jen's already got customers. Had she not been on this, you wouldn't have had a customer. Probably wouldn't have done much today because you're getting going, you're getting the kids going. Her girls are in the living room right now doing their own thing, and she's on the webinar, getting ready for work, going to work. It would have got lost. It wouldn't even happen today. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow's Sunday, and everybody wants to relax. But weave this in and out of your day every single day. And trust me, I reached out to a bunch of people while sitting here on this, and everybody's like, "Yep." One guy was, "I'm very busy today, but any day next week works." So what I did, I said, "How about Monday, 5 p.m.?" Great. I didn't say what day works. I said, "How about Monday?" I wanted to get it right then and there. And what it did is drove it. Yes, absolutely. Monday, 5 p.m. works. Great. I didn't say, "Hey, what day next week works? Maybe we can get together," because then what happens is I'll forget to reach back out to him, and then he probably won't reach out to me, and then it's open-ended all week, and it'll probably be next Saturday I reach back out to him because I'm on this again. So book that appointment. Don't leave it open-ended.
No, that's great advice, Kenny. Really, really great advice. Like you said, when you're text blitzing, guys, you want to keep blitzing. When somebody says, "Yeah, sounds good," you want to keep going. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, like what night works? You want to lock it down all the way to an agreed upon appointment. Because you can spend a lot of time chasing cats around, So great point. So, and like Kenny said, that's a great point. It's not that people intend to not run their business. Life gets in the way. It's a part-time thing. So guys, again, if you have people in your team, get them to these Saturday mornings. I promise you, if we do this all together for a year, you'll have a growing, flourishing business. And we can see the numbers, right? If we don't spend time, specifically 1 hour, 2 hours a week, doing these activities, none of us will be successful. I wouldn't be successful, right? There's some point in your week where you have to make VIV a priority over your kids, your job, your spouse, right? You have to take an hour. You have to sit down. You have to reach out to people. The power of asking. So, and be upfront with the people you're signing. Tell them, listen, if you can't chisel out 3 hours a week, I don't want you to sign this business or any other business for that matter. Just stick to your 40-hour work week. This isn't for you. Because listen, guys, you'll waste your time and theirs. So get a commitment. Listen, guys, I appreciate everybody jumping on. I know everybody's busy. I see people, but Lisa's on. She's got 2 bouncing kids. She's getting it done. So Matt's at work, right? He's booking an appointment in between. He's text blitzing. I know Eric's busy. Jesus. Eric pulled 2 all-nighters in a row, right? Literally, guys, building a house, physically tiling, and he's squeezing this stuff in. So people can do one of two things. This is you guys, and this is your team. They can make excuses, or they can be successful. You can never do both. So on that note, guys, make it a great day. Let's book some appointments. What's that?
Sorry, Brian. Who's the winner? Who got the most appointments?
Oh, yeah. Who's got 5 booked appointments? Anybody got 5?
I have 4, but
Kenny's got 4? Amanda's got 4? Okay. Can we get that? How many books we got up? We still got a few?
Yeah.
Can we get 5 to Kenny and 5 to Amanda?
I already have 5 coming. I'm good.
All right. Amanda then. Amanda.
Absolutely.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know I put up a link in the chat that
Yeah.
shows both gas and electric.
Oh, perfect.
I thought maybe that would be more helpful to us where it shows both.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm trying to see what it is.
Brian, I already have 5 coming too.
Perfect.
Brian, I already have 5 too coming. Books coming. So.
You see a trend?
Oh yeah, right. Successful people, right? That's okay. You can do something in your team to give those 5 books away.
Okay.
Hey, Alan, the map that you pulled up, that's a map of energy and gas in general, but those aren't necessarily the people that we've negotiated with. Yeah, I just want to be clear. That's not a VIV map. That's an overall United States map of deregulated markets.
Okay.
But that being said, we will be entering into those markets as we build this footprint bigger. All right, guys. So, guys, keep texting too. If you don't have 5 appointments, keep texting. You do. That's the whole point. I got to jump, but I really appreciate everybody jumping on. Hopefully, you guys get something out of this, and let's keep this going. Every week, let's get together. Let's bring our new business partners on and grow this business together. All right, guys. Make it a great day. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, guys.
Have a weekend that's
Bye.
nothing
Thank
short of
you.
fantastic.